Hello guys, it's your fellow investor here with another video. In this video I will be talking about HUMBL and their latest investor call presentation news. I will tell you what I found interesting and try to connect some dots if possible. I also uploaded this particular investor call on my channel as well as the previous one, so feel free to check them out if you haven't already. I did it myself to see how much they moved, and oh boy, they moved too fast. If you could please click on that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading daily videos and bringing you guys fresh information, unrated stock picks and more. It really helps me out if you do these steps, and it is absolutely free. With that being said, let's get into it. Foote, who is HUMBL's CEO, at the start of the presentation says like it's nothing that HUMBL is going to be a Web3 platform that connects consumers and merchants in the digital economy. This might not sound like a big deal, but it is actually incredibly big deal, which I will explain more in detail later on. They are going for synchronized customer experience. What they mean is that they want to seamlessly connect HUMBL Pay, HUMBL Marketplace and HUMBL Financial. They have three main target audiences: consumers, freelancers and merchants. Now it makes way more sense why they are targeting like the 7 billion of people, right? They say that freelancers are growing rapidly and even HUMBL has some freelancers working for them. Consumers will be able to browse profiles, to do payments and lastly write reviews or just look up reviews of some restaurants, bars, you name it. They are going to launch their service in 40 countries by some time in February. It also said that there are merchants who would love to go digital, but there just isn't that simple way. However, with HUMBL they are able to go digital within a day, which is incredibly big, and they can transform a lot of brick and mortar into digital merchants. Right now they have internal beta testing where they are getting great feedback on it. It is not perfect, but they are trying to make it perfect. The app will change/launch from now to February. The date is not known yet. HUMBL's ultimate goal is to save time, money and make everything easier. He explains it by his experience. So I would tell you to go watch this part, which starts at around 10 to 11 minutes. But in a nutshell, he says that there aren't any reviews you can look up quickly and easily. It is complicated when he experienced it and such. The way they are going to monetize the first phase is via Merchant Service Cloud. They want you to use their app and connect with merchants using their app, because he believes that the transparency should play an important role. When they asked the merchant what he or she needs, the person said they need to become digital a merchant in one day. Again, highlighting the issue that normally it takes a lot of time and that they are creating connection between the merchant and the consumer. Basically, they will allow merchants to go digital in one day through a subscription cloud, which is pretty smart and I really like it. They are also seeking peer-to-peer solutions, which is going to happen in second quarter. They've done this offline in Sandbox and they are very confident in delivering the technology, but they need to wait for regulatory and compliance. Blockchain and stablecoins are still new things, and that's why they have multiple law firms working for them solving this matter. They are looking for potential acquisitions of companies which are regulated and licensed in certain territories. Therefore, they could move faster by acquiring the companies, but he said nothing is certain yet. They will launch their product or rather service in the US as soon as they will know that they tuck in on the regulatory and compliance framework, and he believes they will move quickly. Their HUMBL Studios offers global listing fees starting at 2.5%. Their goal is to have authentic listing with affordable splits. If you are not familiar with Foote past, he worked in Block 30, which is blockchain based company, and basically they are bringing stuff from there into HUMBL. So what you can do right here right now is to Google Block 30 and find information on their site. I'm sure you're going to notice a lot of similarities with HUMBL. That's because Brian really liked Block 30 and he took the good things out of it into HUMBL as well. As we can see, there is a picture used for HUMBL. There are also some of the names he mentioned in the investor call, and we can see they have the same news design as on HUMBL, but just darker, but the core is the same. Nothing wrong with that, do not panic. Well, this was just a little bit of extra information, so I hope you appreciate it. Brian then told us he invested into crypto at the wrong time, lost some money, and that motivated him to do something about his future. That's why he joined Block 30 and later on founded HUMBL. He then goes on that even though that there are different markets being created, such as New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq or digital assets, it is not sure thing that digital assets will prevail and succeed just like NYSE or Nasdaq. But they think that the blockchain community will be made out of so-called blocks. That's why they created a block index product, which has an element called B30 constant, which is measuring how much dominance Bitcoin has. Formerly, they've been joined by Calvin Wade and Jacob Davids from Coinbook, who are going to help them devise their algorithm, intellectual property trading and financial strategy. They've known them for years and been working with them behind the scenes for months. Brian Foote even says that Wall Street starts to dip their toes into this niche and that they are going with ETXs. He then proceeds to show products which are algorithmically driven lines of code which allow customers hold their keys, their codes on exchanges. What I like is that they've done deep customer screening. Unfortunately for US customers it is not available yet, but they hope they will be able to get into United States one day. He showed us one of the given products, Block 3, which is consisted of Bitcoin, Litecoin and Digibyte. They believe that tokenized assets will be a proliferated class of investment and financial activity over a coming decade. They have patents pending. One is for HUMBL Pay and the other one is for synthetic marketplace, where you'll be able to better tokenize, trade, track and pay than paperwork or cloud-based documentation. Then there is this spreadsheet which is now full compared to the previous investor call, and he said that they want to make it all synchronized, that it won't be scatter and go business unit. Last but not least, he wanted to show that they are keeping their promises, if not being ahead of their schedule. He knows what we investors want, and this is exactly it. Their progress is, from my point of view, just amazing. In 1 month, they exceeded my expectations, and I can't wait for another investor call to come from the CEO himself, Brian Foote. If you want to become richer this year and I brought you some value, definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any new upcoming videos, and click on that thumbs up as well. Both helps me out and mean a lot to me. Let me know down in the comment section what are your thoughts and opinions. Are you looking to get into it when it dips? Are you in this company for next decade? I'm all ears. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in another video.